Hello, Noble Knitter. It's Nancy Queen, and today I'm here with this really beautiful, easy to knit striped baby blanket. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified every time I post. For this project, I used 7 skeins of UU Yarns Heathers. It's a high quality merino yarn that is machine washable, and it's soft for both you and the baby. As you can see here, it's a number 4 worsted weight yarn with 95 yards per skein. And like I said, I used 7 skeins, so pick your favorite of the 10 colors and make your own rainbow. I also used a size 10 24-inch circular needle, but you could use straight 14-inch needles. I used a finishing needle and a pair of small scissors. I'll provide links to all of these materials plus the PDF pattern in the description below. For this project, you'll want to feel comfortable with casting on, then knit stitch, and binding off. I'm going to help you through all the tricky spots, such as changing colors and adding that new skein, counting the garter rows, and weaving in the yarn ends. We're going to start this project by casting on 96 stitches. I'm going to use the long tail cast on, but you can use whatever cast on is most comfortable for you. Now let's get those 96 stitches on the needle. Now on the first row, you can knit all of the stitches across the row. However, I'm going to show you a pro tip. Instead of knitting that first stitch, we're just going to slip it from one needle to the other as if to purl it. And then we're just going to knit all of the stitches across the row. And slipping this first stitch of every row will help give your knitting such a nice finished edge. The only row that we won't be doing this on is the row right after we join a new yarn. But if you slip all of the other first stitches, you're going to have a beautiful edge. Each color block section of your blanket is going to measure approximately 4 inches. However, rather than measuring, I prefer to count the rows. So let's count right here. If you take a look, every 2 rows of knitting counts as 1 garter ridge. So you're going to have 15 garter ridges or 30 rows per color block. And this blanket also has a front and a back. So this is the back side. You can see there's a line for when you change the color. But the front of the work is nice and even. There's no line there when you change the color. So you always want to make sure that you're changing color after 30 rows, not before, because if you change on 29, you're going to get that weird ridge on the front of your work instead of on the back. When you're changing yarns or colors, oftentimes you're told to drop the old yarn, pick up the new yarn, and begin knitting with it. However, it really screws with the yarn tension. You end up with these like strings all over the place, and it drives me crazy. So what I do is I just make a little I just loop it, the new color to the old color. I tighten it up as close to the needle as I can. You can even make a square knot so that you can undo it later, but just tie it on like this. Now you're going to pick up the new color and start knitting with it, but I don't slip that first stitch. I'm going to knit that first stitch because if I were to slip it, I'd end up with the old color, but I want the new color with the entire row. So I'm just going to knit the first stitch and all of the stitches across the row. And I don't have any problems here when I'm changing. When I go back to the end of the row, there's not going to be loose stitches slipping all over the place. But you can see here's the front of the work and here's the back of the work. Remember how I showed you this is the back? Well, that's what we're making right now. So you'll just keep knitting across the row, and then when you get to the first stitch on the next row, that's when you're going to start slipping that first stitch again. I used to absolutely hate weaving in the yarn ends until I learned the proper way to do it, and now it's actually my favorite part of the knitting process. So take a look at these garter ridges. You've got what's called hills, these little tops of the garter ridges, and then you have valleys, which are the bottoms of the garter ridges. See how I have tops and bottoms. The first thing I'm going to look for is a hill. So I'm going to come up from 2 ridges below, and there to the right of where my yarn came out is my hill. So I'm going to go over the hill and then go back into where my yarn started. And I went through over one hill. Now I'm at a valley, so I'm going to go around the valley and then come up where I ended my hill. Now I'm going to go over another hill, and I'm going to come out at where I ended my valley. You see what I'm doing here? And now I'm going to go around that valley right there, and I'm going to come up where I came out of the last stitch. And you can see I'm actually mimicking the stitches themselves. So I get this really beautiful stitch pattern that is not even noticeable on the other side. And it's actually, if you were doing it in the same color yarn, you wouldn't notice it on this side. So that yarn is really woven in there. In fact, look at this. I'm stretching it out. You cannot even see those stitches, even though I did them in a dark color. You can't see them on the other side. You don't need to make knots. You're just weaving in your yarn ends with a beautiful finish. Clip it close to the work. It's not going to come undone, and you've got a gorgeous finished project. For another fun to knit baby blanket, I'll see you in this next video.